They always told me, never follow the trail after dark. There's a path behind my childhood home, half hidden by overgrown trees and rotting fence posts. My parents warned me time and time again, don't go near it, not at night, not ever. They never said why. But when you're 17, warnings sound like dares. It was past midnight when I stepped outside. The sky was bleeding moonlight, and the woods looked almost peaceful, still, but too still. As I walked, the trees closed in behind me like they were swallowing the trail whole. No wind, no birds, just silence so thick it pressed against my ears. Then I saw her, a little girl, standing in the middle of the path, barefoot, her dress filthy and torn. She faced away from me, motionless like a statue dropped there by mistake. I called out, "Hey, are you lost?" She didn't move. I took a step closer. "Do you need help?" Nothing. No sound, no breath. Then, without turning, she whispered, "You're not supposed to be here." Something about her voice, hollow, echoing. It wasn't right. It wasn't human. Her arm lifted slowly, pointing into the woods. I turned to look. That's when I saw them. Dozens of pale figures wedged between the trees, just standing there. Faces gaunt, eyes wide, watching. Not blinking, not breathing. I spun around to run, but the trail behind me was gone. Vanished. Only trees now, dense, endless. Then the humming started, a slow, broken melody, like a lullaby dragged through a nightmare. The figures began to move, jerky, wrong. Bones cracking with each step, smiling. I backed away, stumbling through roots and bramble, hands bleeding. I didn't care. I had to get out. But everywhere I turned, they were there, closer. Then, nothing. I woke up face down in my yard. It was daylight, my clothes were torn, my arms scratched raw. My parents said I'd been missing for 2 days. I told them what happened. They said I was dreaming. But every night since, I hear that lullaby outside my window. Soft, familiar, getting louder. And every morning, the trail is closer to the house. It's almost at the porch now. My grandmother used to tell me, never whistle after midnight. It calls to things that don't belong here. I laughed it off, until the night I didn't. It was just past 2 a.m. I was walking home through the woods behind our house, shortcut I'd taken 100 times. The moon was bright, the wind was still, and for no reason at all. I started to whistle, low, soft, just to break the silence. That's when I heard it. Someone whistling back. Same tune, same rhythm. A few paces behind me. I turned. No one. The trees were still. The path empty. So I kept walking, faster this time, no more whistling. But then I heard leaves crunching. Footsteps. Not beside me, not behind me. Above me. I looked up and saw her. A woman hanging upside down from the branches, face inches from mine. Her eyes were pure black. Her mouth stretched wide in a grin too large for her face. And from that mouth, she whistled. A shrill, piercing note that felt like it was slicing into my skull. I ran. Branches clawed at me. The air thickened. The woods didn't look the same anymore. The trees were too tall. The path too narrow. Like the forest was watching me. Then, silence. I stopped. No footsteps, no whistling. I was alone, or I thought I was. until I saw the marks. Dozens of them carved into the trees. Symbols, circles, eyes, and in the center of it all, a ring of stones. I'd never seen them before, but somehow I knew not to step inside. That's when she appeared again, this time standing. Pale skin like candle wax, black hair dripping like wet in ink. She raised her hand and pointed at me, and I felt it. My legs froze, my mouth filled with dirt. I couldn't scream, couldn't move. She whispered a word I didn't understand. And then I woke up, back in my bed, door locked, lights off, safe. But the soles of my shoes were covered in mud, and in the corner of my room, a single stone, just like the ones from the circle. And last night, I heard whistling outside my window. I didn't look, but tonight, she's closer, and I think if I whistle back, she'll take me home. I moved into a quiet condo complex on the outskirts of the city, one of those places with pristine lawns, uniform buildings, and security gates that make you feel like nothing bad could ever happen there. I was starting fresh after quitting my job, and I liked the idea of being somewhere peaceful. My unit was on the second floor, right at the end. The one directly across from me was always dark. No lights, no movement, just a black door with peeling paint like it had been forgotten. One morning I was grabbing coffee when I saw someone coming out of that unit. He was tall, wearing a gray hoodie pulled tight around his face and sunglasses, even though it was barely 7 a.m. I said good morning, but he didn't say a word, just locked the door and walked off. Later I asked the property manager about him. She looked confused and told me, "No one's rented that unit in over a year." That night, I watched the door from my peephole. At exactly midnight, I saw the knob twitch. Then slowly, silently, it opened just a crack. No one came out. No one went in. It just stayed open. I stared at it for 10 full minutes before it finally creaked shut again. The next night, I stayed up again. Midnight, same thing. The door cracked open. This time, I decided to record it. I propped up my phone facing the hallway and went to bed. In the morning, I checked the footage. Around 12:02, the door across from me opened. But what came out wasn't human. It was this thing like a shadow with too many limbs. It moved down the hall, and then my camera glitched. When it came back on, the door to my unit was wide open. I don't remember opening it. I called the property manager, and she finally admitted something weird had happened in that unit years ago. A man lived there alone. Quiet guy. One day, neighbors heard screaming, and when police arrived, the place was empty. Not just of people, but of furniture, rugs, even the appliances. The only thing left was a mirror nailed to the wall, cracked down the middle. That night, I packed. I couldn't sleep. I kept hearing knocking sounds from the ceiling, like something was crawling through the vents. As I carried the last box out, I looked back one last time. The door across the hall slowly swung open, and this time something stepped out.